Okay, let's take a look here at a 13-year-old that we just saw down in Cincinnati with really one of the better swings you're going to see of a kid this age. Does not play for an excellent team and is really not the best athlete on this team either, but probably the best swing I saw this weekend. So he's just about to load up here, and we'll draw a couple lines. Let me put a circle here first on his hands. And you'll notice when he loads that his hands will go back, because as things stand right now, his hands are actually not behind his knee or even on his back knee. Right there in front of his back knee. So let's see him load, and you will notice he uses some front foot to load as well. Okay, so he picks up his front foot, which really helps him to move his hands back. You can see now how far back he's got his hands, and of course now his hands are directly over his back knee, which is great. Okay, let's get rid of the lines. So now he's loaded. He will step, but notice when he steps, right? Notice when he steps that his hands aren't coming forward. Right, he's staying back. That's when we talk about staying back. He's just using that step more as a timing mechanism. His setup here is phenomenal. Would also just note the width of his stance. You know, he's one of these wide stance guys. You're seeing this more and more in baseball. Coaches are talking about get the width of your stance to be the length of your bat, and so he's got that. He's doing that really, really well. So let's see him now turn and swing. Look at this. So his hands are just in a perfect spot. Notice where he's starting to load into that front leg, right? He's going to drive this knee down, which is a classic A-Rod move. And his head is in just a perfect position. He meets the ball right in front of the plate. He's now completely loaded into this front leg. This knee is in a perfect spot. His head is on the ball. Right, this is just excellent. And then he drives it. This ball, let's take a look at his hip turn. This ball, by the way, went about 290 feet. Landed at the base of the right field wall. Let's take a look at his hip turn, and as well as his back foot. See what we got here. Phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. And then this would be, we'll start to see more of this at the 10-year-old age. Let's watch his hands go. Whoops. Let's watch his hands go to the pitcher at contact. So he's got that power L move, right? He's staying inside the ball, doing a very good job of staying inside the ball. And then at this moment, you'll see both his arms extend right out to the pitcher. Boom. Great extension at that point. So, why would I play this? Why would I put this up here? Well, I would just say that while we may have some guys that are hitting the ball really well, we want to make sure we've got good fundamentals, right? We want to make sure that the hands are in a great spot. We want to make sure that we're doing a really good job of loading up. We want to make sure that we take a great turn, and when we swing with a purpose, right? We're not swinging to make contact. We're not swinging with the idea of I want to put the ball in play. We want to swing with the idea and the approach of driving the baseball. I talked to somebody today about it's the batter's responsibility to hit the ball hard enough to give the fielder a chance to make an error, right? And so that you wouldn't hear that very often, but there's one thing to hit a ground ball to shortstop. There's another thing to smoke a ball to the shortstop. The ball that's really driven hard to the shortstop is going to give us a better chance to cause an error. And certainly at this age, errors are a big part of the game. But everybody can have great fundamentals. It's going to take work. And I just don't want to see us get into a position where we're getting fooled by getting some base hits and not using great fundamentals. That's just a 13-year-old kid from Ohio. Nothing special there, except that he's working on the game, he's embraced it, and he's very very coachable kid.